Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does, and we're on day 3 of building the computer game. So as I said on day 2, I'm not spending like hours and hours and hours on this, so I might spend, on each day that I come back to you, I might spend an hour, maybe 2 hours doing some things, messing around with a little bit, but it's just an update on the next transitional period. So I might spend a couple of hours on one day, I might spend a whole day on another one, I might do a lot more, but I wanted to give you an update of what's going on the game. So let's bring it up on screen. There we go. Right, so what have I got going on here? So this is the current map, as you can see here. Now I've done a couple of things slightly differently on here. So we've still got this big long tavern with the idea that you can either go left or right. I then wanted to, let me go up a bit higher so you can see above. I wanted to make, I've got a lot to build in this town, but I want to force the flow through the town. I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some natural kind of barriers. Now these barriers have got to be made higher. So you'll kind of come around here, down here, into this area. I'm going to probably build a load more housing down this area. Now, I'm going to put a building in here, I think, that if there will be one simple way that you can get up it and that you can jump over and get into the other side of the map. Alternatively, there'll be a natural flow that will make you go round this way. I've got to kind of work out where the buildings are, and there'll be lots of enemies and stuff to go through here, and then there'll be this ruined castle, more buildings and stuff over here to block your way, and eventually the idea is you're finishing this, it's blocked all the way along, so the only idea is you go into this church, and that will be the end of the level. So I'm going to load it up and just show you where I've got to on it at the moment. Then you'll go through, there's a door in the church. So basically, here we go. So we've added some grass. I did try to put some sand at the bottom of the ocean, but that didn't seem to work. It still looks like grass, and I still seem to be... seems to be quite... Like here, I'm walking on grass, which doesn't make any sense. So I need to lower this. So there's no way that you can survive. You can't swim, basically, in this game, because I don't want people to escape. So again, we've still got this idea that there'll be stuff in here that you can pick up your initial weapons, and you can either go left or you can go right. Each one of those will be depending on how severe you go. Give you that first choice. Go around here. I've got to kind of colour scheme these buildings because we've got no parking. We've got like an old medieval stables building, but then we've got a modern building with... So it's got to be a combination buildings. It's going to have to be, but I've got to try and make them feel as part of the same unit. So you go into here, we'll make sure there's like ammo dumps and stuff. So we've got old houses, definitely will be something hidden down the back here, I know that. We've blocked this area up. I don't think we can get up here, no. So that was the first problem I had, was you could actually climb up these walls and escape. And I want it to feel like the world's kind of morphed into something. So again, we've got all these buildings here, you won't be able to get through them. That's where the other side comes out straight ahead, so you then all kind of merge around here. I really feel there should be a way I can get up here. And get up onto there. So I think maybe there might be some stairs or something. Propane canister might make that explosive. Jump up on there. There is a couple of little hidey places in here which will be useful for when you're getting attacked, so you'll be able to get up here and take cover. So there's a couple of bits there that will work. And then finally, so this is the next stage, I've got to build some houses. This is that thing that's blocking you, but it gives you the idea of the sign over the background. It's going to force you back up here. And then there's going to be maybe a little alleyway that you can go down that will get you around the back here, which means you can cut out a whole section. But I've got to make it very hard to find unless you really go down the exploring route to get into this section. Because what I want you to do, I want to try and force the player to kind of go down this way, which will be around the back of some other buildings. Got to make these higher, because at the moment you can just climb up at the top of them, which you don't want people to do. I don't like this health effect where it makes it go red. Again, I need to check the settings on there. Some old buildings here. Now this I quite liked the idea of, is that you can kind of go through these arches and then you go, ah, there's a church, and you'll be able to, this will all be kind of mostly blocked. There'll be a small way through, but you'll go, ah, okay, I'll go down here. No, can't get through there. You fight your way, there'll be lots of things to fight along the way, and then you get there and you're like, ah, crap, there's a fence there. And you go to fight your way back, all the way back out, get all the way around, through the rest of the monsters, guards, whatever it is. I might send you off down a little tangent down there, maybe. I'm not sure yet. This is just level 1. Get yourself down here. Put some bonus stuff down there so that if you do decide to explore rather than just finishing, you can ammo up through the church. There's a door at the back. Get there. Level complete, basically. So that's where I'm up to with it. What I need to do is fill up the whole. I want to fill the area up with the full layout and try to get the floor textures all sorted. So that's my initial kind of thing. Get the floor textures, buildings right, and make sure everything's at the right height to stop people being able to cut through. So as long as there's no cut throughs, then what I can worry about is decorations. And then once I've done the decorations, I'll start to worry about things like where to put the enemies in there. And I'm going to just focus on it level 1 initially, and then potentially might do like level 2 over in this part of the map, level 3 over here, level 4 here, maybe level 5 here, and then finish level 6 somewhere along that area. So I've got to kind of relay out this part of the map because there's quite a lot going on here, but I may just set up different, just use one section of this and then build another template. I've got the idea of what I want to do anyway, so I don't need to build it all on once. I might just do this and then set up a brand new area, the church as the backdrop, and then build a new sort of section of city and town. The idea is to make the enemies on the first level be relatively easy to kill off, and then as you get further in, a little bit harder, throwing some new diverse enemies in, and it's going to be a kind of a run 'em and gun 'em type game, I think, but should be quite interesting. I'm hoping by the time I get to the next video update, I'll have a full setup of all the buildings, but that's really if I've got the time off work to be able to do it. Whilst I'm not doing videos for the ADK channel, interviews channels, and all the other stuff going on the 2 channels. So yeah, that's something I'd like to get done at some point. Wait and see. That's it for today's update, and I'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care. Bye bye.